bây giờ tôi mới say lúa ba chia nè nè bây tôi cho cái nó bây giờ tôi mới say lúa ba chia nó em chỉ mà cho nên mới say lúa ba chia nhau khó tư nữa thì sẽ nhau tới chợ sẽ liền nó nếu mà chia chỉ thì là chỉ nữa vì tia nó bây giờ tôi muốn say ba chia ok bây giờ cho say chia lại nữa cho say chia trong đi nó bên để chơi bố tận nó nè bên để chơi bố tận nó nè ai bé tao cả ta lo ra tận nó bé tao cả ta lo ra hậu nó nè giờ thì tôi lại tôi muốn đây bố tận nó là giờ chắc của cha mình nhớ tôi sấy vắt chưa nữa là chỉ tao tôi sấy đồ li là sự sao tôi này bé tôi sấy vắt chưa nó nhớ tới chợ Australia nữa một sấy vắt chưa nhớ Australia một chị chị thế là chị nó bé ta tỏi là một thẻ pi nè bây giờ một thẻ nha nè chưa thẻ pi à mùi dụ bây giờ mua dụ pi để khởi chân để nó nè bé mua dụ pi để khởi nó để bé mà lên mua sấy chia nè ok chị bé tôi cho đại nọ rồi nè bé ta tỏi ở mua sai cho chia lên là khó cùng cho đũa nó bỏ nó nè bé ta tỏi ở lo sẽ phải chia lên khó nó bỏ nó nè em bây giờ bây giờ trái lông cao tao nó mua họ thế giờ bây giờ mua sai bộ mua khay nữa cho nên mua sai khay bé tôi bố tao nó tôi nè giờ vừa cho nên mua sai cho chia đi họ nên bỏ lại nó nè ok bé giờ mua say cho chia nhớ đồ họ nó nữa chẳng tôi cứu hình liều khoa là lời lúc nào là hai tay khoa là nó nói bé giờ bây là say tụi chia nó mình nhớ sợ nó tụi chia nó mình nhớ sợ nó nè bỏ nên đi chẳng tăng nó vậy này chơi rõ mình nhớ nó nữa đi chơi rõ không nó là ô sợ này lại cho cái chỗ tí xí đó nữa thế đó sợ lại mà bao lăng ô chỉ tôi điều sản xuất bao tôi xin nào
nó là nó lo xuống
ô lo nè có bố bông này cho cái chuyện là của tôi nhiều hay mà
lo tao
hay là tài chồng của tôi có thể là sao bố bông nó lo sẽ tụi này lồng móng hai lấy cái chăn muốn chỉ muốn à khỏi là này chỉ bao để lồng móng hai chăn nó này là chứ chơi sao mấy tên đã tao nên đi tao lấy nó chia lấy nó chọn lông tông nó nè
They're sleeping.
Mình xài tụi nó phòng đê trong nè.
Oh, sorry.
Sao? Nè tôi ăn chia mình xài. Tôi xí là. Nè bây giờ tôi sẽ chia nè. Nè tôi sẽ vào chia rồi. Tí bao nhiêu chỉ tôi hay là món sao? Ok, cứ chơi cho đầy đũa cho nó say. Để nó cho ná đó, là muốn ná xí xinh cho ná đó. Muốn cho ná cho là xí. Đũa cho ná chứ chơi cho là khởi tới nó muốn chơi đá vậy tay đũa nữa. Này bỏ còn chơi được chưa? Họ no tới rồi không mua khe nhá họ nữa. Họ no do lời lo bú khe không. Họ no tới rồi mua khe, ô tụi khe nhá họ nữa nè bò. Tham chế có một cổ chí sao? Là mà số khó nó có bé cho chị bé muốn cái đó là nó ạ. Thế là nó mới chỉ nhận ra. Đấy hiểu mua. Lúc đó bên mà nhá sẽ số nó xí chơi ta ra. Chơi ta mua, khó nên từ lúc vang đấy nó mới. Bay mấy thằng. Để sáng cái ý lượng đặt cơ cho bé mà đặt cái là nhớ thì nè. Để sáng lúc chạy nói nữa mới chỉ nhớ họ à. Lúc chạy nó nè. Nó em chơi. Ô, tụi khe nhân đó. Ô lô. Ô, nè bỏ khó khăn đâu nó. Xong chạy tiêu. Ý tôi nhớ họ hỏi đấy hả? Nhưng người già chán đông xứ này chỉ ra trong nó chỉ bỏ này. Ô, khe cho trống rồi đấy, tụi cái thơm nhỏ trong nè. Ô, tụi nó heo. Rồi chỉ cho giò đó xí nó chỉ trong bên sai em bị khai phố nên nè bữa bao lâu học ăn đồng học nó liền đâu ít tuần tới thế này bên sai
뭔데?
ô
이게
你只做giò你只做giò nó luôn ít tuần nữa.
That one's still awake.
Ô, nó điên đi ơ. Không đâu ở trong chai hàng đi. Sao chứ của tôi mình nhung đi để tao nó lại đi nè. Ơ, ít cho tí nó nè bỏ. Bây giờ chúng ta có. Hello, có cái đâu. Hello nè. Mình xài, chỉ tao tìm để thật cái này. Đồ. Mà tôi nhớ vô tỏi và chán nông tỏi hết nè.
Oh, sorry.
Sao?
Ow! I just bumped my head.
Lúc bà nó chơi bà khó đồng con gấu nữa. Bà khen gấu số chọn chơi hàng khen trong hàng này.
Look at this spiking on me.
좀 뱀비 커커라고 Look.
Oh, that one's moving.
Sao làm gì tới tới mình xài. Nói đấy thật nó. Đấy nè. Ý cho nên tao không có tiền nó đó. Nó là bò. Đứa vâng coi chà chà.
Oh, I feel like I'm money.
Đứa vâng coi chà nó chả sữa chè ní chỉ cho trong những chuyện của nó. Nó tới chợ Australia nữa, khờ đào nhớ tới chợ Australia nữa. Ở trên đây là một sai à. Ô, ít tuổi nữa cho khẩn cháu hết rồi, nè bò. Nó khẩn cháu cho nè. Sơn sai tiêu. Ôi giời. Tôi mình nhỏ khó khăn đâu mà chống đi chống rồi. Ta không ta rồi ra rồi không?
Come on. We're going to show you somewhere. We're going to take you to Port.
Ôi cho mình nhỏ khó khăn đâu cho mình nhỏ cái hổ theo đó. Tao có chúng mình đang mua ấy bé đại cá mà lo. Lo.
Thơ đồ.
Thôi rồi hết chứ nào.
Tôi sẽ cho một số là ô số.
Số còn nó thì sẽ. Đấy một số là ở số ta đó.
Tôi sẽ tới nguồn đảo họ trên có.
Ok. Ê, nó là hay ít mong mà đi tranh cao này là.
Để tôi sẽ phải cho một ôn tới một còn nữa.
Lo. Chỉ bé một tranh cao ta bé mà đi lo à là hai pló mong câu bé à. Chẳng đâu bà cô nè à. Cứ cho chị tôi à. Look. Tôi non lên tiêu. Mình xài mình kể cho mình xài. Tôi tưởng là còn một tôi hay đó xí mà cha của pháo chỉ cho nhớ hậu cho nên thấy nó con cha là.
What is this? Seacoal? Pellet seacoal. Honey, that's not moving. Look.
Tôi thì nó nếu một bữa sau ya trả chứ trả lời nữa. Ok, bây giờ là nhớ nó to đến gì giờ nó không bao lia lại là bố không khai đào nữa, bây giờ là sai sẽ là không khai đào rồi cho nó đến nó mà tôi sẽ chống cơn cầu nữa, tôi sẽ chống khỏi nó phở nữa. Chị về bây giờ là sẽ là bố không khai đào nó nữa.
Daddy, the crocodile man will feed ham to the
Là đã tờ giờ là bố khé nó bố rau mò cho khé nó nữa.
snap, snap, snap.
Tôi chữ plau lia bên đó đã tờ giờ là bố khé nó.
Alrighty, how are we, guys? Alright, guys. Now I did tell people Ricky was going to do this, but she's bailed on me, so it's not. It's me, Drew. Met some of you before, guys. I'm one of the crocodile specialists. Helping me today is none other than Jesse, our senior crocodile handler. You may have seen him on TV. These guys on all for adventures. So, guys, we're here to talk about crocodiles. We're here to talk about crocodiles, guys. Has anyone actually seen this one in here? Yeah. Where do you reckon that sucker is? Huh? What do you guys reckon he is? I agree, mate. It's a bit of a dark shape, maybe. 50-50. And based on past experience, guys, he's right friggin' there. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to suss it out. See what type of mood he's in. I must admit, the weather's been good for crocodiles. Not too hot, not too cold. So they can be quite responsive. Certainly the ones at the 11 were pretty good. So we'll just see if we can find my mate here and see what type of mood he's in. Are you there, mate?
Rồi chút tay vô.
Found him. What do you reckon could go wrong, guys? Oh my God, indeed. Well, there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. I, for one, think you're going to like. They actually caught me by surprise. Did you see that lunge out, guys? I think that elevated heart rate there, a couple of beats. But guys, I'd like to welcome you here today. This is just an impromptu 12:30 rock feed we're doing when we've got big crowds, which is great. Jesse's going to do the afternoon one. It's a little bit different delivery, different style. It works the clock a bit different. And I must admit, I'll tell you now, guys, I enjoy doing this show, as does Jesse, because of this fella. I've done this demonstration for over 30 years, guys. I've worked with a few crocodiles, but this guy, he is my personal favourite. This guy has what I call serious, and I mean serious, unresolved anger management issues. And I'm talking consistently, every day of the year, that's what it's like. And if you've been here for more than 5 minutes, you know what he is, of course. He is an estuarine or saltwater crocodile. He is a mature male. And he is too big to be a female, guys, this fella. He's 3.8 metres, probably close to 250 kilos. There is an excellent chance that we made him a male. Crocodilians lack sex chromosomes, much like Jesse. Androgynous tragedy he is. But crocodiles have that environmental sex determination, guys, so it's how quickly they're growing in the early embryonic stages, and the main environmental factor is incubation temperatures. So crocodile farmers, guys, used to adjust the dial on the incubator and get different ratios of male or female. I don't think they do it much anymore because the growth rates are very comparative between male and female, but he's 30 years old and they did do it a little bit back then. He does have a name. This allows you guys to connect to him and allows us to connect, guys. This is none other than Hagrid. That's right, guys. He has this name because he became well known here, one could even say famous among the crocodiles, when Harry Potter was also famous and well known. We named him after that character that has the really big head. And what we're going to do with Hagrid, guys, and no one's forced him to entertain us. If he doesn't want to do something, he can swim out there. Me and Jesse can't do anything, but he won't, right? What he'll do, guys, there's a trench from that rock to that corner. That is where my mate will lurk. As I go back and forward in this enclosure, he will track through the vibrations in the water where I am, and he'll sort of creep over. We will cue him out using the bait rope here. Jaw slap him, spin him, and feed him, guys. Just to give you an idea of some natural behaviours. What I'm going to do first, guys, we're going to get him out, we're going to feed him. I'm just going to pop my shoes off. There's a variety of technical reasons that I do this, guys. The main one is they are relatively new. Some people worry about the safety. Don't sweat it, guys. If you happen to get attacked by a 12-foot crocodile and you do not have your shoes on, I strongly suspect it will not be a key factor. A bit of food there for me. I'm pretty certain he's over here, guys, because I must admit it will truly suck if he is right there, but usually he lurks over there in that bit of a hole. Just see if we can cue him out here a bit.
Ooh, scared. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, không thấy đâu.
Here he is. He's got a bit of going in, hasn't he?
Oh my god.
We're in business. Have a look at their teeth there, guys.
Okay.
We're going to have to give this kid up here a tick. Now that one that keeps saying, oh my god. Where is that kid? There he is. Well done, mate. All he needs is a screamer. Alright. So guys, what the croc will do now, he knows where he'll reorientate. Move into some type of ambush position out here. It's because he's primarily instinctual, and this is what he does. I mean, he's part of a group. They're described as semi-aquatic ambush attackers targeting land-based prey on the edge. Make no mistake though, they'll catch stuff out there, you know, fish and turtles and crabs, but they do very much observe what's going on the edge here, taking advantage to sneak over and launch out, and they can get so close. Even I'm surprised sometimes. Where are you? Maybe out of it. There he is. So what this means for you guys while you're up here in far northern Queensland, where crocodiles have become relatively common, they don't put that on the brochure, do they? There's quite a few up here now. They are interesting, this is true, that's why people come here to see them as predatory animals. But their ancestry, guys, is interesting. A lot of people are surprised to learn that although we call them reptiles, they actually share a common ancestry with and are more closely related to, wait for it, birds! I know, the same early lizard-like critters that gave rise to dinosaurs, feathered dinosaurs survived and become birds, also gave rise to crocodile-like reptiles. They did separate very early though. And as much as they may be part of our natural heritage, guys, and worthy of protection, practical terms, guys, out there in the real world, on the riverbanks, you know what they are if you're not careful? They're friggin' dangerous. In fact, what I'm going to say, based on my 30 years of experience, is they are one of the world's most dangerous predatory animals. The good news is they're primarily aquatic, in the water, you know. It's virtually unheard of them to charge out and run you down, or to like sneak up behind people. When I start hearing this stuff, me and Jesse start getting suspect on their stories. Right, they catch the overwhelming majority of people either right off the edge here, or more sort of out there a little bit. People get in the water with them. And guys, if we're talking a statistical demographic, as in a group, who do you think it appears here in Australia is most likely to hop in the water with the crocodiles and have a shot at the title? Who do you reckon does that? Who? Tourists? Let's start with what? English backpackers? First off the rank, wouldn't they? The lads. You'd think, wouldn't you? You'd think that'd be it. But let me say, guys, leading by a long way is, of course, local Aussies. We're miles in front of our international competitors. So what happens? It's not common. Fatal attacks, maybe once or twice a year. Somewhere here in Australia, someone comes to a river like this, right? And they decide they're going in. Now, because they're local, they know there's crocodiles in there, right? But for some reason, these people are what me and Jesse refer to as fully committed. That's right, guys. Now, when you're an Aussie and you're fully committed, but it's a little bit dicey in a motivational sense, what do you tell yourself? What's the national slogan? She'll be right. Your mates do, what's that contemporary term? Reinforcement confirmation. The mates go, yeah, go for it. We've also discovered here at Hartley's, through several years, I might say, of intensive research, that alcohol helps reinforce this philosophy, which may partly explain why close to half the people attacked and killed by crocodiles were swimming with them in the dark. Now, I'll tell you what you're going to be in for. The culprits for fatal attacks, guys, overwhelmingly mature males, like my mate here, the big ones. And I know he looks big to people, you know, he powers out, and I must admit he freaked me out there a bit. He looks big, he's bulky, he's only 3.8, 250. And he's on the bottom end. The one that was responsible for the last fatal attack, guys, that's the one that sunk the boat, got the guy down here at Hingenbrook. That fellow, when they caught him, was 4.9. So instead of being 250, he's at the very least he'd be 500, more likely 600 kilos though. And that's still within the average size mature male category. Unique ones, guys, are over 6 metres. I've only ever brought one into captivity. They have lots of adaptations. So when he's out here, the way he tells what's going on is through vibration, right? So if you hang over the glass barrier there and start splashing, you've got about 1 to 1.5 minutes before he turns up and grabs hold of you. The other thing he'll do, he hasn't done it yet, but he will, is he'll float to the top, being within his environment. You can't outswim him, right? There are very few land animals that can outswim a crocodile, and I can assure you, we are not one of them. You're looking at about 25k. It's about as fast as most of us run. Now, I'm going to bring him out here. I've got a feeling he's keen today, sort of edging in a bit. We'll roll him here if he wants to roll, guys.
전체 다
We didn't want to waste that opportunity, guys. A couple of great spins for us there. Here he is, here he is. Come on, buddy. Slide. Oh, cracking ball slap. Give me another one. Oh. Don't come out. Uh-oh. Got ourselves a predicament. Sleeping, you reckon? Maybe I'll just poke a bit. You want to go high? Go back and go high.
Let him.
Maybe we just stay still so it doesn't come out the gate. Should see Jesse in a sec. Ooh, yeah, we're in business. Ooh, how professional. Now, in terms of where you find them, all the crocodiles live in the tropics, guys. Crocodilians, not so. Alligators, Chinese in particular, I think they're only in temperate zones. But all the crocs, guys, sneak up on you guys, and they grab hold of you and they just pull you under the water. Now, I'm not going to roll him again because Jesse's got to use him to Saib. We'll just see, we might be able to get him out again. Let's see where he is first.
그냥 넣어서
Here he is. Come up for me? I'm sure you will. Give me a good one. Oh, I mean a good one.
전체 다
That's what I'm looking for.
더만 체크해 더만 체크.
He's breathing.
I know.
Now guys, I'm going to feed him again. Before we do that, when it comes to safety up here, I suppose, so all the creeks and rivers around Cairns, friggin' crocodiles. Bet on it, guys. A lot of small stuff, but there's a few big fellas. If you're driving to Port Douglas, guys, out of Victoria, visited the other day, showed me a photo on his phone of a 13-footer sitting under the bridge there on the main highway in the shade. He's floating there, big 12, 13-footer there. All busted up, he'd been fighting. So they are around, guys, and they push up a long way too. Way through the places where people used to swim 5, 10, 15 years ago, crocodiles. Places that are safe, Mossman Gorge, of course, beautiful. Mountains are a little bit higher behind there, guys, so it's high rainfall, so the rainforest is actually pretty nice up there. All those plants are growing up, the plants, a lot of moss. Mossman River, very nice.
You seen that?
Crystal Cascades in behind Cairns is a local spot. There's Freshwater Creek, guys, that's nice as well. Nice rainforest as well. If you go south, you've got the boulders. Only swim where you're meant to at the boulders, guys, I'm sure you would. Some locals go down and swim in the pools and waterfalls. People drown, don't do it. Stay in the area that's safe. You go up to the tablelands, guys, so you know the waterfall track and lakes around Millamilla, Malanda, Yundabara, fine. Mareeba to Karianda, Emerald Creek and Davies Creek, those east flowing catchments, fine. No problem. Be careful in the west flowing catchments though, that's the Mitchell River, guys. Unfortunately, they've been letting them loose up there for 20 years, so now there's a few swimming around up there where they shouldn't be. Fitzroy Island, Green Island, Low Isles, the offshore islands, sand cage, you're fine.
Oh, it's squishy.
Beach use. Alright, so beach use. Now, often when I give this spiel, I can see people start to sweat and say, we're never swimming ever off the beach up here. But guys, I'm just telling you what I would do because I'm not comfortable saying to people stuff I wouldn't. So, first of all, this time of year, guys, even though it's late in the season, inside the jellyfish net. You've just got to get in a bit of a position here, guys, so I don't get things don't take a turn for surreal. See if he'll come out for us. Something like he's keen. You missed it. I'm sure you'll find it. definitely be a cultural misunderstanding. Have a bit of a look too, guys, while he profiles. See his teeth? Nice teeth on this fella. You can actually see how some are wider than others. That's algae on the others. He's been in summer, you know, he's been in the water a lot, so algae. But those wider ones, guys, they've been replaced in the last few weeks or months. Over a 2-year period, every single tooth, one at a time, replaced 40 or 50 times. In a sequence, it always means he's got a good set. Not like, you know, like this, more like this, guys. Alright guys, that's all I do for a demonstration. Like I said, Jesse here, very good performer as well, demonstrator as well, guys, different delivery. Prof will be there, 3 o'clock, guys. Hopefully we'll see you there. Otherwise, guys, enjoy your day at Harvey's. Thank you very much, guys.
Tụi nó sẽ sân của ta nó.
Doing all the time up here, hanging towels on them and going in for a swim. It's not a good life choice at all. Keep body parts, keep away from the water, stay back from the bank's edge. 5 metres is a good rule of thumb. These animals are very, very good at going unnoticed. They're ambush predators, they're masters of camouflage, and if they don't want to be seen, they won't be seen. They've got a very long breath hold on them. Everything about them is designed to be able to sneak up on prey, and they're an apex predator. They're at the top of the food chain. They're there to keep the numbers of other animals down. So there is a girl on both sides. Oh, that one's going to duck. There is females on either side. The one on the left's going to come in nice and close. You doing, girl? So females don't get as big as the boys, not even close. This here is a fully grown girl. So 2.5, 3 metres is average for a female. 4 to 5 metres is average for a boy. There's 30 crocs living in this lagoon at the moment, 25 of which are girls. Males are very, very territorial. In a river system or a billabong or a swamp or wherever they are, there is a very complex social hierarchy. You've got that big male, that's it. This is another female, sitting just here. So Boris rules the roost. He keeps the other crocs in check. He keeps the other smaller males in their place and where they're supposed to be. As those males do get bigger, they will start competing with Boris. But this is him around the corner here. About to turn around to have a look at us. This is the alpha male. Bit of his nose missing and bits of his, not where lips should be. He's got a big chunk taken out the side, that's from fighting. These males communicate by flogging the crap out of each other. That's how they get their point across. I'll see if he comes in a bit closer. Sort of just turns and looks at what's going on. What you doing, big fella? Gonna come over? Apparently not. His girlfriend's coming over though. I don't know if you can see the way he's sitting too, but Boris is actually missing his front right foot as well. That's from a fight. Another male actually ripped it off in front of a boatload of people and then ate it. Yeah, it's hard one to explain to kids. But that's what crocs do to each other. We try and limit that in captivity, but sometimes it happens so fast, there's not much you can do about it. Look how sensitive they are to disturbances in the water. When I splash next to her head, watch how quickly she responds. Oh, that was pathetic. Maybe not. I'll grab some food. I've got some chicken here. They are strictly carnivores. They only eat meat. We feed them chicken, fish, beef, pork, lobster, crab, kangaroo, all sorts of different things. Yeah, mate? A waste of food to feed them? I don't think so. They have to eat. So they're quick when they want to be. And that pop sound is air coming out of her mouth. They are the hardest biting animal on the face of the planet. I'll see if we can get one out of Boris. It's this big fella. Look at his face. So he is a gnarly looking animal. Have that back, please. Thank you. Come on. There we go, that's a better one. So that's air being pushed out of her mouth. Because their jaws come together with so much force, pushes air out, makes a pop sound. So you can see how much bigger he is compared to these girls. This is a huge female, about as big as you'll ever see them. She's in her 40s now. Boris is 33. He was born here at Hartley's. He's been here since he weighed 70 grams and was 25 centimetres long. Worked his way up through the ranks to become the top croc out here anyway. He's never in a hurry to do anything either. Come on. So making them move around like this is exercise. Because they're not wild crocodiles, they're not hunting for themselves all the time, we don't feed them every time we come out here. It's really, really unhealthy for a croc to be eating every single day, especially every boat ride as they're coming around. Give you an idea of how much food they actually require. Because they're reptiles, they're cold-blooded, they rely on the sun more than anything to fuel them. That's 3 chicken heads on there. That could sustain a crocodile her size. She's about 80 kilos, 2 or 3 months. If we need to. Yeah. She'll eat more than that, but she can live off it for that period of time. So if you feed her that every day, she will end up morbidly obese, which is not good for them. Once you start getting obesity in crocodiles, you get organ issues, you get breeding issues. So this is the way we figured out to make it best for them. Make them move around, exert some energy, burn off that excess food. And to a lot of people, it does look like they're getting teased. They kind of are, but it is for a very good reason. It does keep them nice and fit and healthy. And they're crocodiles, not people, so they don't get sad every time they miss out on things. Let's try again next time. Here you come. I'll give it to her this time. She can have it. So we feed different crocs, different boat rides.
How do you recognise them?
How do I recognise them? Believe it or not, they all look different. Jeez. Yeah, they all look different. They've got different shaped heads, different coloured eyes, different scars, they're different sizes. Obviously, he's very easy to identify. He looks very different to the rest. He's missing a foot. We've done nothing to that. We've just left it to heal by itself. They also have an antibacterial property in their blood, so they don't get infections from living in dirty water. No. Depends on the size of the croc, but because salties have those salt excretion glands, turns out those salt excretion glands also exude toxins a lot of the time. So if they chew on a cane toad, those glands actually get rid of toxin. I've seen meat toads around the park, nut with no ill effects at all. I've also seen them after a good amount of running around the pond like it's high. Yeah. Just with it staring at the sky and waving its head around, so I'd say they get some sort of, like licking a toad, I guess. Yeah. Something happens, yeah. But it doesn't kill them, not at that size. Whereas freshwater crocodiles don't deal with it as well. Yeah. I'm going to give this little croc some food. This is a little male sitting in here. Just a youngster. They're pretty shy when they're this size. Hopefully he comes over. What's this?
Well, obviously.
He's hoping he's hidden underneath that lily pad. What's this? You want it? Quick, Boris is coming. There we go.
Boris is still coming.
He's going to take us for a ride now. Got it. He's out of there. So Boris just comes in to check out what's going on. If he did come in, that little one would have taken off really, really fast. There we go. You can get a good look at him now. So even though he looks huge, he is big. He's at the lower end of average for an adult male. He's 4.1 metres. Adult males can get up and over 5 metres. Up until 2 years ago, we had a 5.3 metre male in here that weighed 950 kilos. So 600 kilos more than Boris. His name was Ted. Unfortunately, he died of old age in 2018. at about 110. Ted was completely toothless and blind at the time of his death, but he still ruled this lagoon. Boris lived in here with him, but he kept Boris in his place. He used to give him some wicked headbutts. This is a girl sitting up here on the bank. Another one sitting in front of her. You reckon I can get a piece of food from the mouth?
Why is the mouth open there?
It's a relaxation posture. That was a shocking throw. I think I'd be better at it by now. So when they're relaxed, they'll sit with their mouth open. It's a comfort thing a lot of the time. Because there's so much pressure in closing those jaws to make them snap, it's a lot more comfy to sit with their mouth open. So often when they're sitting under the bank, she'll sit them with their mouth open like that. Did she find that food? And over right hand side, there's a mound of dirt in behind. It's got coming. Whereas in the wild, it just comes and goes, and they often won't eat for all winter because there's nothing for them to eat for that period of time. Some of these crocs out here don't eat all winter. They'll go months and months just refusing food. You can hit them in the face with a chalk and they just close their eyes and move away from it. Just decide. Anything else while I attempt to park this boat?
What's their chosen cuisine?
What's their chosen cuisine? It varies from croc to croc, believe it or not. So some
Hey, nói thấy tôi khờ đầu lo chắp lời nữa. Xài nó mai mới xài nữa nè. Nói thấy tôi khờ đầu lo hay ơ. Ok. Mình chơi chơi nào chơi? Come here. Looking here. Tụi mẹ. Tụi.
Yeah, Mom, I can't hold him.
Mẹ vẫn chạy.
I can't hold him.
Vẫn chạy. Tụi mẹ vẫn chạy. Mẹ mà chơi nữa là. Be careful. Okay, okay. Nó có chân nhỏ. Chơi nào mình chơi? Chơi nào mà nó thích chơi nào ấy? Chơi gì đó? Tôi thích chơi bỏ lên. Mình mong đi.
Daddy, are you okay?
Có cái đầu nó mặn là thì tiếc. Cái chuyện sao đây bây giờ một khoản nó hậu nó tới xí mà một khoản nó hậu chê tại lúc trong nó hậu chê một sai case nè. Ông mua hậu ông thầy. Đấy. Đấy bà mua. Chị mua là. Hả là hả chơi lại để phô ai đi nhiều nữa nè. Cho khé nó mới gì trội xong nó. Bây giờ hay tại nó rồi.
Okay, let's go.
Nó chơi giờ bé tôi sẽ khé thế nó mua khé cầu sư. Nếu mà này lưu chay mua nông thì anh này sợ bé giờ cha nhớ to là nhớ to hôm nay giờ là kia cho là có chúa tao khé nó thế lại sợ tao khé màn để tia liều khé mà lo thiên để hàng nữa. Nó chơi là khe thì nhiều khe mà trống tia ai khé nó nè lời yêu khé nó